Ladies and gentlemen, it is Joshua Aviles, also called 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 Aviles. Now, here's the thing. Today's message is big. In fact, there's a reason I put the whole truth about my life, like no kind of person on any kind of form of media, whether it's videos, movies, or real life media, they won't put the bad and the good. Some of them will, but not all of them. Most of them definitely won't put that they went through homelessness, and not the kind where you're just living in a car, and I still feel bad for them too, but they won't put the kind where you're living outside like I did. So I revealed all that already in a recent video. As well as I've experienced a lot of prosperity before that people also don't know about. Even people like family, friends, and the churches I used to go to, multiple churches I used to go to, they don't know when I've, gained a little bit of fame before, not just through like the internet, but from performing on stage. They don't know the songs and the acting and the life-changing that I've done for people in certain cities, certain specific cities and states. Some in Florida, some out of Florida. Only certain people know because it was popularity that I was gaining at the beginning. It wasn't fame in the sense of like multiple more states knowing you instead of just cities and the whole world knowing you eventually, or the whole world knowing you eventually. Then it started to grow into fame. Then it had there was a limit there, and it did not keep growing. So I never became worldwide famous yet. But besides all that, guys, besides me going to the army and me completing basic training before they sent me home for a medical kind of discharge, not a dishonorable discharge, and not an honorable discharge, but a medical discharge, completing the basic training first so that I could officially be a soldier, which now I am. Learned all the kind of trainings that they taught me, including how to shoot very well. And here's the thing, legally, of course, in a legal kind of manifestation, but a lot of my natural way of shooting apparently was pretty good. I was a sharpshooter. But I'm here to tell you, now that you know about some of my worst times and best times, not all of them yet, obviously, but because it would take for you to know my whole life, but now that you know some of my worst times and best times, some of my worst times and best times, there's a marvelous message I'm going to tell for you today that's going to benefit you, not just me. It's going to benefit you and many people. You got to hear this. You're going to love this. You're going to want to hear this. Here's the thing, all right? We're talking about, I got to clean this camera real fast. But we're talking about something big here. So the message is this. I heard someone say something so marvelous. They said love, but then there's something I'm going to say after that. But they said love, love is a big deal. Big topic, love. And they said love is not just a noun, it's a verb. So it's both. It's actually a unique thing because it's both unique way and unique manifestations, both. So love is something you feel, but it's also something you act upon. You have to act upon love. You have to really love somebody with your actions. You don't just say you love them, with your actions you love them, and then it's more fully love. You have to feel it yourself. This person has to love you too, if you don't want to feel empty. But it doesn't. It's not required for you to be a good person and for you to be giving out love. But it is better. It is something you deserve to feel. They should be giving you love, and that's not your fault if they don't. They should be giving you love, but you should be giving them love too. Well, guess what? Happiness, which I know you're all loving happiness when you have it, and you seek happiness when you don't have it. We all want it. Including I want happiness too. Happiness, believe it or not, is a noun and a verb, But a lot of people won't believe that, and they don't understand that. So I'm here to reveal to you how to manifest happiness so you can be happy all the time. It doesn't solve everything. It won't make you happy all the time if someone's physically torturing you. It might not make you happy unless it actually works there too. Hopefully that would be marvelous. But if it doesn't, obviously I never promise it makes you happy all the time, because it most likely won't make you happy during those worst of times. It'll probably not make you happy when you're getting physically tortured or mentally tortured. But when things are at least easy, you got to know this, guys. Usually people say happiness is a feeling. You're feeling happiness. So how can it be an action? How can you do happiness? It doesn't sound like it makes sense to do happiness, right? Well, I have good news for you guys. There's a reason why you're happier when you're not just looking at people who are in love, but you're in love too. When you're not just looking at people who are loved by their wife, parents, or friends, but when you're loved too. When you're not just being loved too by someone, but when you're loving them too. When you're not just watching the comedian, but when you're the comedian and you're going out there making people laugh, and you get to say you're the funniest person ever, and you make yourself laugh and other people laugh, and they love your jokes. When you're not just looking at the action-packed person fighting crime on the movies or in real life, but you go out there and do it, but you got to do it safely and legally. And as long as you do those things, find a safe way and legal way to do it. You know, legal gun and everything safe, like protect yourself, and legal kind of gun to use. Guys, there's a reason why when you're listening to music you're happy, but you're even happier when the music is coming out of your mouth, your hands, yourself, when you're the one making the music. Watching famous people makes you happy, but when you become famous yourself, it makes you happier. You know, watching people's videos make you happy, but when you make the videos like I'm doing now, you feel even happier. And yeah, it does make me happy. It helps me feel better, helps me feel marvelous. Guys, why? Because instead of just listening to music, there's a reason why not just listening to music, but dancing makes you feel happy. Because when you put happiness to action, you feel even happier, guys, or equally happy. You could receive happiness. Somebody could give you happiness. Some people prefer to listen to music than make music, prefer to listen to the comedian than be the comedian. They prefer to watch movies with great actors than to become the actor, and that's fine. If that makes them more happy, great. They found their way to be happy. But for either most of us, or at least some of us or most of us, it's watching other people do great things and you yourself being happy. So guys, this is the last part of the video, the end of the video, the finalization of the video, because I'm trying to share with you right now that I realize that when I'm depressed or sad, and I'm trying to literally jump towards happiness. Where's the happiness? I'm going towards happiness. I'm looking for the happiness. I want happiness. It's right there, guys. You can make a game out of anything. You don't understand. Children make games out of rocks and sticks. You throw a rock at a target. Guys, happiness has always been there. But we've been only experiencing the adult side, serious side, and not our child side. We gotta have both. You do have to have your adult side and serious side. But don't throw away your child side. You gotta have your child side. You gotta learn how to make anything fun, anything a game. Instead of just listening to music, dance to the music. You could dance professionally, or you could dance silly, like you don't even know how to dance. And it will make you laugh because of how silly you feel and look when you dance. You could hear somebody say something kind of goofy, kind of silly or goofy, or you could be the one doing it, and it's gonna make you laugh, even if it's temporarily. Guys, happiness is right there for you to grab. Maybe not all the time, but sometimes. Like I said, not in those worst times, but in sometimes, whenever it's easy, it's there. Imagine joy. Joy is there, and it's one of the fruits of the Spirit for the people that like to be spiritual. And it's the only one I always feel like I'm lacking. But nowadays I'm getting better at getting the joy of God in my life. Because that was the one I needed. Because I'm always doing, love, joy, peace, endurance, gentleness, goodness, faithfulness, forgiveness, meekness, and self-control. I've been examining myself, and I do all those things, but I don't always do joy. Sometimes when you see, in the videos, but I want to be happy all the time, all the day long. I'm always trying to find joy. But now I'm realizing I'm waiting for someone else to just give me joy, to just make me happy. But I realize that is part of it. But the other part is I got to do the happiness, manifest the happiness. Are you waiting for somebody to wear a goofy behind costume, a Spider-Man costume, or a Pokemon costume, run in the middle of the street, dance funny, and throwing stuff and make you laugh? Or are you going to be the one that does that? Because you know you're going to get joy more doing it, recording that, and see yourself doing it in those videos. So here's the thing. What if joy was right there the whole time? Joy could have been, not always, right? Not in the worst of times, but when things are easy, joy could be right there in front of us. But how do you feel joy? You know how you feel joy? When you put it in you. What happens when you put joy in you? You're enjoying it. So joy is right there in front of you. Now it's time to enjoy the joy. Now go out there, be happy, do the happiness. Don't just think about the happiness, do the happiness. Don't just seek it, want it, wish you had it, imagine it in your mind, put it to action. One more thing and I'll be going. Guys, people made computers, people made cell phones, people made houses. If there's a God, he made the planet, he made the universe. He probably even made a multiverse. But you know what happened? They had that knowledge and they put it to action. If God had the knowledge and didn't do it, none of this would exist. If the person who knew how to build a house never built the first house, there would not be any houses. If the person that knew how to build a computer never built it, there won't be computers. The person who built a cell phone or could build a cell phone, they know how to build a cell phone, they never build it, there won't be cell phones. Guys, that means you can have all the knowledge in the universe, but if you don't put it to action, you won't see those marvelous manifestations. So all this knowledge you're getting now, put it to action. I'm giving you more knowledge now. Now put it to action if you want to see those marvelous manifestations in paradise. I'll see you later.